Hey there, everybody, and welcome to the fifth episode of Thoughtful Friday. I, of course, am your host, Blue Ink, and I'm Sunset Shimmer, and I am Starlight Glimmer. And that meow is coming from Spooky again. She's gonna try and photobomb our video, you know that. Yeah, I know. Honestly, my friends, I am sorry that we haven't been able to make too many videos lately. Yeah, life has just been, crazy busy lately. I mean, seriously, crazy busy. Uh, but I'm not here to dwell on that. Oh, no. We're, of course, here to talk about, thoughtful things, things we've been thinking about during this entire week. And actually, in regards to what I was saying last week with Bubbling Boiler celebrating its 10th anniversary, there's something else that's celebrating a 10-year anniversary. And what's that? There's a little something called Yu-Gi-Oh! The Dark Side of Dimensions. An epic 2-hour long movie featuring pretty much the original cast coming back and, of course, seeing an epic set of duels, including another match of Yugi versus Kaiba. Has it really been 10 years since that movie came out? Yep. And just for the record, guys, yes, we have seen The Dark Side of Dimensions. We've pretty much seen all the Yu-Gi-Oh movies. You kind of made me watch it. You wanted to see it. Oop, sorry. Yeah, I guess I did. Still, pretty darn cool that The Dark Side of Dimensions is celebrating a 10-year anniversary. Indeed, Starlight. It really is quite a unique treat, isn't it? And who knows, maybe one of these nights we'll pop in the DVD featuring the Dark Side of Dimensions. I messed up there. Wouldn't be the first time. What was that? Nothing. Are you okay, Sunset? Yeah, I'm fine. Here, let me just scoot over closer. There we go. Much better. Okay, all right. All right, now that we got that taken care of, we're going to once again talk about, the Thomas toys that are coming up with this year. Now, vaguely in the last few videos, we have mentioned, the toys and what they sort of look like. But this time around, I've actually taken the liberty of actually printing off some pictures so that way you guys can see what exactly these toys look like if you haven't seen them already. They are quite interesting from what I can see. But anyways, show off the first page there, Blue Ink. You got it. This was taken at the New York Toy Fair. As you can see, that's our first look at James and Gordon. James has got a proper 260 wheel arrangement, and Gordon has got his proper 462 wheel arrangement. Nia's next, and she's got her proper wheel arrangement of 262. Pretty darn cool if you ask me. Henry looks pretty darn awesome, being a 460. And, of course, we can't forget Hero, with a proper 282 wheel arrangement. Something I haven't seen since, Take and Play 3.0. Actually, 2.0. Yeah, because 2.0 had the original magnets, but brand new wheels, right? Exactly, Starlight. Exactly. Okay, moving on to our second row here. And we got a really menacing-looking, troublesome truck. I like those faces. Percy looks pretty good. Harold's redesign's kind of odd, but you know what? I can get used to it. Rosie looks pretty darn cool herself. I love the fact now that they're actually giving them tall funnels, tall domes, and tall cabs. Seriously, I'm glad they're going back to that. It's kind of weird seeing Toby without his fancy side plates, but it is what it is. At least we got Toby. I mean, they could have canceled Toby and thrown him aside, but nope, we got Toby. Next up, we got, I'm assuming that's Flynn. And Flynn does look pretty darn good. I actually kind of like that design a little bit better than the original. And then we have what I assume is the Gold Dusted Thomas. Gold Dust. Is that in reference to this year's upcoming Magic Railroad Director's Cut release? I don't think it's related to the Magic Railroad Director's Cut, but you never know. You never know. All right, now we're on to our last row here. And we got Devious Diesel, a Standard Thomas, Whiff. Seriously. Whiff looks pretty darn good if you ask me. Now, these two are the ones that people have been talking about. Mavis and Charlie. We'll start with Mavis. For one, she now has a number on her side. I know it's kind of hard to see through this image here, but she does have numbers. But she also has the Farquhar Corey Limited on the side of her, pretty much above where her side plates would be. At least she's got cow catchers. The face, I think, again, is just something we got to get used to. I remain optimistic about this stuff. And then we have Charlie. Now, a lot of people are saying, well, they're going to change Charlie over to being a girl. We don't know that yet. And I'd rather not jump to conclusions until, we get all the facts. And until we get our first set of shorts, which are coming out in May. And then we got Scruffy. I can't believe we're getting Scruffy again. Seriously, I thought he was Gonzo after Put Upon Percy. I mean, seriously, he was buried deep in that mine. How is he still around? And finally, we finish off with Salty. Salty does look pretty good, although I kind of wish that the whole running board was black. Not just, the back part of it and then the front of it is mostly yellow. But you know what? It's better. Better than, previous years. Overall, though, the toys do look interesting. And if they ever do come out to our areas, then yes, we will pick some up. And honestly, if you guys like us showing you, pictures in our videos, just let us know, okay? And we'll definitely continue that. For sure. And it's much better than just us yammering on. Right, Sunset. However, we're not done yet. Oh, no. Because there's another page I printed off, which shows off the most recent additions. We're going to start off with the sets. The camera focus up. There we go. And this definitely shows the new track system, which I think actually looks pretty darn cool. And to be honest, I could see myself making a layout with these. Sorry, guys. Hang on. What's the matter? Nothing, Sunset. Just hands a little wobbly here. Kind of holding on to the tablet with one hand and holding on to the picture. Hang on. Just going to reposition my hand just a little. Can you tell these videos are not scripted? Obviously. But anyway, yeah, this is a Thomas and Cranky at the Dock set. Does look pretty cool. And it certainly breaks the standard feel of, it's an oval. It certainly does add a little more variety and does give you a fair amount of tracks, including switches, curves, straight tracks, and risers. Plus a couple of destinations. Next up is this set, which features Thomas, Harold, a truck, and palm trees? I only just realized now that those are palm trees. Yeah. And that is one giant seagull. But anyways, this set, plus the one we just showed off, are part of the motorized range. As you can probably tell from these images, they have pretty much lost the giant levers and are now sticking to basically little buttons on the tops of the cabs. It'll be a slight change, but I think it's something we can definitely get used to. And these are definitely more desirable than collecting All Engines Go, which I will admit, yes, I have done in the past. And I'm not disrespecting anyone who likes All Engines Go. If you like it, well, that's okay. It's just not my cup of tea, I may have some of the toys, but, not a huge fan of the show. But anyway, here's what the boxes will start to look like. As you can see here, we have Thomas, and I'm guessing a few other characters. Probably another Thomas, probably Toby, Percy. Looks like the Charleston truck's there in the back. Now, for the biggest reveal. That's right, friends. Toad the Brake Van in diecast form. You know what this means, right? That means Oliver is not that far behind. They are coming. They are coming. It's going to be great to see them in action in the show. Yeah, it's been too long. When was the last time Oliver, Toad, and Duck, appeared on the screen? I think season 22, although they might have had some cameos in season 23, it's kind of really, hard to say considering I don't watch seasons 22 to 24 as often as I do with the other seasons. Yeah, you'll even watch the Nitrogen era. To a point, Starlight, to a point. It's not, generally my favorite seasons of Thomas, but I'll still watch it every now and then. And hey, if anything, it kind of gives me ideas for future projects. Can't argue with that logic. And now, obviously you want to know about the latest updates of Wonders of Sodor. Unfortunately, I didn't print off any images of it. Yeah, forgot to do so. Whoops. But yes, today, Gordon's video was revealed. And yeah, Gordon does look pretty darn good. And in his video, you also get a quick glimpse of Percy. Also, just as another note, for Wonders of Sodor, they have revealed the covers for the PS4, PS5, and the Nintendo Switch version of Wonders of Sodor. And of course, you have a Nintendo Switch, so you will be able to play the game. Right. Do we know when it's coming out? No. No, we don't know as of yet. I haven't seen anything showing off of a release date at this given point in time. But overall, for Wonders of Sodor and the 2026 toys, well, the game, I'm obviously super excited, and so are these two. No doubt. 100%. And as for the toys and the new show, we're going to remain optimistic about it. And I'm sure, though, they'll be a lot more enjoyable to watch than All Engines Go. Again, no doubt. And again, 100%. Seriously, is that all I'm going to say today? No, because you just said that. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. And sorry that we keep talking about, the 2026 show and Wonders of Sodor and all that stuff. To be honest, normally we'd have plenty of time to really think things over of what we want to add to this video series, but, we got so busy this week that, yeah, we can't really think of anything else. So we're just going to leave it at that for now. But hopefully when we get into episode 6 next week, that we should have a lot more. And we'll probably definitely print off some more pictures so that way you guys can see, more of the stuff we're actually talking about. Yeah, and again, it's better than, just us, yip-yapping all the time. Although that's one of the reasons they tune into these videos, am I right? Yep, I suppose. All right, now we move on to Custom Corner. Now, you might have noticed in this week, I posted on our community tab that we got another fan-made Thomas DVD. And it's Thomas, Percy, and the Dragon and Other Stories. This is the VHS rip. As you can see. And it's actually my childhood copy of the tape, still in perfect condition. And I've successfully recorded it to DVD. And cover artwork, by the way, is done by MSR 2003 Productions on Twitter. Seriously, go check them out. And encourage them to keep making more of these covers because, honestly, I love these covers. They plus Thomas Tank Engine and Friends Adventures, they are pretty much the kings when it comes to making, Anchor Bay style Thomas the Tank Engine covers. Considering the large collection of custom Thomas DVDs you have, I can't argue with that logic. Nor can I. Anyways, another thing we did post on our community tab this week was, the custom Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And yes, there has been a few more cards added in. Just give me 1 second and I'll set up a nice little stand here so that way, you can still see us. But it will allow me to use both hands to show off the cards properly. Hang on, guys. Didn't think this one through. While I'm getting this stuff set up, Sunset, Starlight, do you have any stories you wish to share?
Not really. This week's just been more mundane than anything at the School of Friendship. Trixie somehow managed to get herself stuck in a tree. Again. Seriously, how does she keep getting stuck in a tree? To be honest, Sunset, I've given up trying to figure that out a long time ago.
Yeah, I keep wondering about that myself, and I think it's like Pinkie Pie. You just don't want to question it.
Nope.
Alright, there we go. So at least now we can see you guys.
Yep. You can see us. I'm invading your screen. Woohoo!
Very funny, Sunset. Got anything to say to that, Starlight?
Nope. Not right now. Just want you to show off those cards to everyone.
Okay. Oh, and I got the Spooky trying to get into the shot again. So, as you can tell, my deck box is now full of these custom cards. And yep, Spooky's gotten into the shot again.
Ain't Spooky.
Want to say hi to the viewers? Nope, I guess not. All right. So, let's split these up again because there's the two different varieties and there's a lot of cards. You already know these guys. Curse of Dragon is one of the new cards. Giant Soldier of Stone. Alpha the Magnet Warrior. Dark Paladin. Just finished him an hour ago. And of course, building up the 6 Samurai cards. And Spooky, seriously? Yep, she's photobombing again. Spooky, come on. Sorry about that, everyone. No matter what, she's always photobombing our videos. Every single video we do.
Yeah, but she can't help it. She's a curious kitty.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. And of course, as always, our cards, custom cards, have the anime style backing. Although recent news is that, what is it, Final Saga? Yeah, Final Saga. They've just announced the release of their brand new Duelist Kingdom cards. And from what I've seen in their videos, they do look pretty darn cool. Though it'll be a long time before, we can ever get them.
Yeah, because shipping costs a little expensive right now. Too expensive. That's why we haven't been able to get too much stuff.
Well, hey, it doesn't matter. I mean, we still got stuff to open up.
True.
Like, for example, since we're coming up to the release of the movie, we might as well open up from the Mario Kart series, Rosalina. I'm sorry, Sunset. I think I just bunked you there.
That's all right.
So yeah, we got Rosalina in the birthday girl card. This is quite a unique card, I will say that. I do believe I have Rosalina, but I think she's in the standard cards. I'm not 100% sure. Now, anyway, I'll get Rosalina out. Yeah. All right. And here's Rosalina in our birthday girl cart. Another cool piece, and Spooky's trying to knock over stuff to my left here.
Well, she is a kitty cat. What do you really expect from a cat?
True. Very true. But she is a curious kitty. All right. So yeah. That's pretty much our unboxing this time. We do have one more Mario Kart item. And we got, of course, the other 3 packs of Thomas & Friends motorized engines for 2025, waiting to be unboxed, but those will have to wait for another day. Before we finish our video tonight, we would like to give a special shout out to, I don't know what his channel name is precisely, TE Engine, I'm not 100% sure, but he's known formally as Livesteam, or better known as Streaking Steam Productions. And today, we are focusing our attention on the video, Toby and the Wooden Top, part of the anniversary stories of Season 1.
And in this story, it basically talks about how Toby got rid of that awful policeman that got Thomas in trouble. You remember that one, right?
Oh, yeah.
The one who kept saying, the law is the law, and we can't change it. And seriously, it was an outdated law.
Exactly. So yeah, if you haven't seen the video already, just check out our playlists. We will, of course, have the video on there, along with all the other Thoughtful Friday recommendations. So you can check out the video and, give us plenty of support to Streaking Steam or Live Steam. I can't quite remember what his channel name is, but I refer to him as Streaking Steam because that's the name that he had when I first discovered his channel. But yes, give him plenty of love, give him plenty of support, and throw him a nice comment too. And maybe, just maybe, we'll see some more new videos soon. Not that I'm trying to push him or anything. I know these things take time.
Definitely. And hey, the more time he takes, the better. Still, awesome videos. And we'd like to say to him, keep it up. You are amazing. Just truly awesome. And we love the fact that your videos just look like they just popped right out of the old TV show.
Well said, girls. Well said. And yeah, that's pretty much all we can say for this week's Thoughtful Friday, at almost 24 minutes long. And hopefully next week, again, we'll have another custom Thomas DVD, much like this one. And again, special shout out to MSR 2003 Productions on Twitter. Make sure to check them out, because they do have quite a few covers. And that's pretty much it for this week. So until next time, I am Blue Ink.
I'm Sunset Shimmer. And I am Starlight Glimmer. Thank you all so much for watching. And we'll see you all with our next video. Hopefully, we'll have another video out before the next Thoughtful Friday.
We can only hope, Sunset. So until next time, guys, take care of yourselves and have a wonderful day.
See ya. Bye-bye.